case was gripping last night. I mean, your reporting is gripping, but last night's 60 Minutes was gripping. Let me just play again for people in case they missed it, what Navy pilots have seen with their own eyes. Watch a portion of this.
It's rotating. My gosh. They're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west. Look at that thing, dude.
You can sort of hear the surprise in their voices.
You certainly can. They seem to have broke character a bit. And we're just kind of amazed at what they were seeing.
What do you think when you see something like this?
This is a difficult one to explain. You have rotation, you have high altitudes, you have propulsion, right? I don't know. I don't know what it is, frankly.
Okay, so Ralph, you heard him there. Basically, we don't have the technology or the even technological know-how to create something that defies the laws of technology as we know it. And so from all of your reporting, how do we explain that Navy pilots keep seeing things without wings, without propulsion, that can defy all the laws?
Well, the big breakthrough, I think, since our reporting in 2017 was that they are real. For years, they were, written off as psychological constructs, archetypes, hallucinations. And now we know from the Navy, imaging devices, et cetera, that they're real. What we don't know is where they come from, who's behind the wheel, why they're here, and how they, produce the amazing aerodynamics that they have. So, the big questions are still out there, but at least we know now for the first time that these things have a physicality, and that's a good start.
I mean, it's a game changer, but also, Ralph, is it plausible that this could be from Russia or China, that they would have technology that is that many light years ahead of the United States?
Extremely unlikely. The sources that we talked to at the New York Times say that they cannot imagine that an earthly adversary has this advanced technology. And as for our own technology showing up there, that's even more unlikely that we would, risk accidents or, disclosure of our secrets if they are our secrets, in our own airspace. So everything points to an extraterrestrial explanation, but of course, no one wants to say that because it's so outlandish and so unprovable that they're sticking with what they know, which is that these things are unidentified and they're real. But beyond that, no one knows.
From your reporting, is there any evidence of these UFOs ever crashing to Earth? Meaning, is there any physical evidence that you think the U.S. government may be examining?
There's contradictory accounts. It's highly classified. We touched on it in our last story in the New York Times, saying that members of Congress and congressional committees were briefed on possible recoveries of materials and that possibly some reverse engineering is going on. These stories have been around for a while. They're very, very hard to confirm. As I said, it's all top secret and classified. But there are quite a number of accounts from reliable sources that there have been recoveries of materials, and that may be the next big thing to come out.
Okay, so next month, a report is being presented to Congress about some of this stuff. What will it include?
Well, first of all, I wouldn't set my clock by that deadline because we hear that it may slip, and it can easily slip. All they have to do is say we're not quite ready, and they'll get an extension. There's a lot of work to be done. There are a lot of secret corners of the government where this research is going on, and the UAP task force is having some trouble, we understand, in getting access to all these secret corners. So I would think it's highly likely that the deadline will slip. Also, a lot of it may be classified, and some of it will be public, but maybe the most important details will not be. So what it would say or could say is what the government experts are making of these things, mostly what accounts for their amazing aerodynamics. They can appear and disappear almost at will. They operate in the water as well as in the skies. They operate at hypersonic speeds. I think Lou Elizondo said something like 13,000 miles an hour. So these are extraordinary capabilities that nobody on Earth, as far as we can tell, has the ability to do that. So that's what they're going to be analyzing.
Well, it just gets more and more fascinating. Ralph Blumenthal, thank you very much for sharing your reporting with us. Obviously, we will speak again.